the shadow of the valley where the wild coyotes roam, stands an old house by the river, made of stone and weathered bone. Underneath the ancient oak tree I carved our names years ago, with her scarf tied round my neck in the winds that used to blow. Old house waits like my heart across the empty rusting gates. Porches creak with whispered tales of sunsets lost in love that failed. Every plank and broken rail sings a song of dust and trail. Old house waits, oh it waits, while my lone heart just contemplates. Heard our laughter, now they're quiet, overgrown. Windows stare like hollowed eyes, mirroring the moons I've known. That old saddle sits forgotten, leather cracked as my warm skin. She's the storm that left one morning, turned my summers into wind. Old house waits like my heart across the empty rusting gates. Porches creak with whispered tales of sunsets lost in love that failed. Every plank and broken rail sings a song of dust and trail. Old house waits, oh it waits, while my lone heart just contemplates. Tangled in her golden hair, drink the rain off weathered eaves, taste the tears we used to shed. Every drop of memory fading, painted in the sunset's red. Old house waits like my heart beneath the sky so vast, so wide. Echoes of our whispered goodbyes in the rooms where love once lied. Time may heal, or so they say, but some voids are too deep to fill. Old house waits, it still waits, and I reckon it always will. Out where the dogwood blooms meet dusty lanes, I found a rusty locket worn and gray. Embers of sunsets in those wild plains, faint whispers of you in the wind's soft sway. Beneath the oak tree's ancient watchful eyes, we carved our names wild as the boundless skies. Oh, that locket held more than time could tell, memories locked in its heart like a spell. Your laughter mingled with the summer rain, now nothing but the echo still remains. A cowboy's heart rides lonesome trails of thought, where the winds of yesteryears and teardrops caught. The old porch swings empty, the doors ajar, gravel rose to nowhere under silver stars. Your scarf still hangs on the rusted nail, a testament to love that's now so frail. The cabin's hollowed by the passing years, each creek a symphony of old frontiers. Yes, that locket knew the dreams we dared to weave, now it's just a relic that I can't leave. A dance of shadows under moonlit plains, where silence speaks the names of old refrains. A cowboy's heart roams past both broad and narrow, haunted by the love that the locket forgot. In the whisper of the leaves, in the chill before the dawn, I feel your absence, piercing and with Here's a locket, your memory enclosed. Rust in time, where once a promise rose. A cowboy's soul, adrift like tumbleweed, holds tight to love, the only creed I heed. In the heart of nowhere, under skies vast and taut, lives the tale of a rusty locket forgot. A ballad blending winds and whispers lost. Ever the cowboy pays love's quiet cost. Down by the river, under the whispering oak, you wore a silk scarf the day the old words were spoke. Your laughter mingled with the rustling leaves. We carved our names, a promise neath the eaves. But the river, it rambles, much like my heart from that hallowed ground. We drifted apart. Oh, the river waits for no man's sorrow, rolls on like there's no tomorrow. Yet in its song I find my regrets, a love lost in its currents I can't forget. Now the porch swings empty, the dust settles slow, where once the sunset painted your glow. The cabin stands quiet on a road seldom crossed. The trail to your heart now overgrown, lost. Left my saddle by the door, worn and spare, like the soul within me, weathered and bare. Yes, the river waits for no man's sorrow, rolls on like there's no tomorrow. Yet in its song I find my regrets, a love lost in its currents I can't forget. I see you in the whisper winds, in the eagle's flight, on gravel roads at the fall of night. Is this the place where old ghosts dance, where I turn my back on one last chance? For the river waits, and I must too, in its lonely hymn. I'm still with you, where waters flow, my heart remains bound forever in its refrain. The river waits, and it knows my fate. In every sunset you whisper, wait. This cowboy sings in the wind, love's echo lost where the river bends. Creek, where the oak trees whisper low, I found her scarf a faded blue. Near the cabin's creaky door, her laughter once filled up the dawn, as bright as the morning skies. But now the porch just groans and sighs. remembering her eyes. Her eyes cries like the rain on dusty trails. Each teardrop mirrors thunderstorms and gales. The wind carries the sorrow of her tunes underneath the weeping moon. The saddle hangs untouched, it's warm, leather cracked by time's harsh hand. Gravel roads where we once rode, now just tracks in barren land. The town feels empty like my heart since she took her gentle glow. Gone like shadows when day is through, leaving night to swallow woe. Her eyes cries like the rain on dusty trails. Each teardrop mirrors thunderstorms and gales. The wind whispers the sadness of her tunes underneath the weeping moon. On lonely nights I roam the plains and hear the coyotes call. Each howl a story carved in pain of rising dreams that had to fall. The stars above, not bright as her gaze, guide me to the dawn's embrace. Yet in each sunrise I seek her face, but find just empty space. Her eyes cries and so does the sky, with every sunset that whispers goodbye. I'm a ghost in a land so vast and free, her memory the only chain on me. Her eyes forever like the rain on my heart, her lasting stain. Out by the creek where the cottonwoods grow, we carved our names in the bark so low. The summer wind through the branches would sway those whispers of love now far away. And an old oak tree bears the scars we made. Under its shade our promises lay. Memory washed away like dust down a lonesome road. Each step I take farther from the love I've known. The sunset bleeds, colors all turn to gray in the heart of a cowboy where night meets the day. Memory washed away with the rain on the old porch swing. This wandering soul beneath the stars no longer sings. The cabin sits empty where laughter once filled the air. Now just echoes of your voice linger there. Your scarf on the hook still smells like spring rain. My heart holds the ache like the plains hold the plains down the gravel path where our dreams used to play. Only shadows remain as the light fades away. Memory washed away like dust down a lonesome road. Each step I take feet farther from the love I've known. The sunset bleeds, colors all turn to gray, in the heart of a cowboy, where night meets the day. Memory washed away with the rain on the old porch swing. This wandering soul beneath the stars no longer sing. And oh, how the rivers run to places new. What wouldn't I give for one more day with you? But time like the dust slips through these old hands, lost in the winds over these wild, wild lands. Memory washed away like tracks on the desert floor. Looking back, can't see them, not anymore. The sunset's fire, now just a cooling ash. Hold on to the heartache as long as it lasts. Memory washed away, but in my dreams you'll stay, whispering love on that windswept forgotten day.
Out where the oak tree shadows are drawn by a lonesome hill where our dreams were born. Old cabin's door swings with whispered tales, echoes of laughter, love, sweet exhales. Under that porch where the sunset bled, we carved our names, now faded and dead. The gravel road that led to our start still guides the trail of a broken heart. Lonesome Hill shut the door on the past, whisper to winds how I thought we'd last. In the dust, in the rain, I roam free, but your ghost in the shadows follows me. Years slip like water through thirsty hands, wide prairie skies turn to harsher lands. That oak has grown standing tall and proud, its roots buried deep unlike our vow. The scarf you left still dances in the breeze, frayed at the edges like old memories. Each thread a testament to what's now lost, woven in the fabric of the cost. Lonesome Hill shut the door on the past, whisper to winds how I thought we'd last. In the dust, in the rain, I roam free, but your ghost in the shadows follows me. Oh, how I've wandered, a soul unmoored, each sunset a reminder of the love we stored. Now riding trails where the coyotes call, I find solace knowing I loved it all. Lonesome Hill, close the door, let me be. In the silence, find strength from you I flee. Under vast skies where old ghosts implore, I'll ride alone, always, forevermore. Let the dust rise, let the shadows fall. Lonesome hill and your echo I recall.
Underneath the gnarled oak tree, where our initials lay, I remember how the sunset painted skies a mournful gray. Your scarf would dance to lovers' waltz caught on a western breeze, as your words fell softly like the autumn's withered leaves. Their goodbye listened, quiet like the dust on an old town road, where memories whisper through the cracks of what we once called home. A saddle left untouched, a porch now bare, shadows long and twisted in the silence of fading trails. Her goodbye listened. The cabin by the creek now stands as empty as my heart. Gravel roads once traveled feel endlessly apart. The laughter we shared lost in winds that sweep through lonely pines. Our dreams like fallen leaves scattered over time. Her goodbye listened, echoing neath the vast and starry skies, a haunting tune over hills where the lonely coyote cries, an echo off the mountains through valleys deep and misted in the hush of night. Her goodbye listened. Now every sunset's just a memory's fading light, and every star above a tear from that last night. If love is like a river, mine's run cold beneath the frost, in the chilling breeze where all but sorrow's lost. Her goodbye listened, so did I, to the end of an age-old song. The heart knows what the heart needs and where it truly belongs. With her scarf in my pocket and her memory ever twisted underneath the gnarled oak, her goodbye listen. In this ballad, the use of sensory details and symbolic objects weaves a tapestry of loss and memory, echoing a deep personal connection to the past through the physical landscape of a Western setting.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, I found a porch that saw the world without making a sound. Old wooden memories whispering through cracked boards. Your scarlet scarf still lay there, untouched like spoken word. And the porch burns under the weight of the sun, like my heart aches now that you're gone. Dust swirls where you once danced alone, leaving me haunted. This ghost now my home. beneath that ancient oak. Promise me starry skies, words softly spoke. Now barren cabins and gravel roads stretch tight, where laughter echoed, now just shadows in the twilight. And the porch burns as the sun dips low in the silence. Where does love go? Rain taps like fingers, farewell on the roof. In each drop, the echo of our youth. So I saddle up as sorrow rides beside, down fading trails where old ghosts hide. Yet in every sunset, your smile is the light, guiding me tenderly into the night. Yes, the porch burns, and I'm a silhouette so thin, holding to dreams where your love begins. Stars above, the only witnesses that see I'm yours forever, even as a porch burns with me.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were cut deep, the wind watched me leave your scarf in the breeze, across the empty plain, under the big sky sweep, where we dreamed of forever, in the whisper of leaves. Oh, the wind, it knows my secrets, carries my regrets like dust across the trail. And the sun sets on the old porch steps, where I can still hear your voice as clear as the rain. Ride past the cabin, now silent and bare, windows like the eyes of someone who's seen too much to spare. The gravel road untraveled, grown over with time's care. Our love's a fading trail, lost in the wild somewhere. Oh, the wind, it knows my secrets, carries my regrets like dust across the trail. And the sun sets on the old porch steps, where I can still hear your voice as clear as the rain. Heavens, I confess my heart's wrong to every star that witnessed us. Now I wander alone with the dust of my dreams clinging tight to my bones, in the lands where the echo of our laughter was once home. So the wind, it watched me leave, with my heart strung up on that old oak tree. May it whisper to you, as it once did to me, of a love not forgotten, just as wild and free. The sun dips low, the shadows agree, time to ride on,
but you're always with me. Yes, the wind watched me leave, but your memory never leaves.
In the shadow of Lonesome Hill, neath the whispering oak, where the sunset spills its gold and the old story spoke, I found a scarf of faded red, tangled in the breeze, every thread of memory dancing with the leaves. A lonesome hill whispers low and sweet of the girl I love, where the earth and sky meet. Now she's a ghost in the wind, a whisper in the rain. Her echo rides the valley on a train I can't detain. Years roll like thunder through towns quiet and cold. Our cabin's just embers, the porch worn and old. Gone the laughter that filled up the dusty gravel road. Now it's just my lone shadow and her memories I hold. A lonesome hill whispers low and sweet of the girl I love, where the earth and sky meet. Her touch of faded sunlight on the saddle worn and gray. I'm a silhouette at sunset with too much gone away. There's solace in the saddle under stars that still roam, but every trail just circles back to her, my heart's home. Guess every lonesome cowboy with his song and his sin finds a stirred up too empty where her laughter had been. So lonesome hill whispers and I'll whisper back, words lost on the wind down a long forgotten track. Maybe love's just a shadow, an echo fading slow. A heart holds its secrets where only wild winds go.
In the shadow of the oak, by the creek where whispers talk, I carved our names in the old gray bark with a shaky, hopeful hand. That cabin with its creaking boards sat hollow on the ridge, where the sunset bleeds through lonely panes and the wind sings through the sash. Oh, that empty bed called my name like a lonesome haunting frame. In the quiet room where we lay our dreams, now dust covers all we'd claimed. The stars above the wild lands, once our hearts they did tame, now they just flicker in distant skies while that empty bed calls my name. The saddle hangs untouched, its leather cracked by time. The trail we rode together, now a fading line.
scarf still lies upon that chair, its color worn by sun. Oh, how these silent echoes mock what we had begun. Oh, that empty bed called my name in the whispers of the rain. Every drop of memory falling sweet mingled with my pain. The porch still holds your laughter in the creases of its frame, while the night air carries the weight of words, and that bed whispers my name. I wander through these empty rooms where shadows play old tunes. The dust that dances with the ghost of you under the melancholy moon. This heart once wild as desert blooms now withers in its cage, bound by the silence left behind by the turning of the page. That empty bed called my name through the thunder and the rain. Each thunderclap a heartbeat lost, a love I can't reclaim. As twilight paints the sky's last light and stars begin their wane, I hear the echo of that empty bed where once we lay, now just my pain. So here's to the roads, both graveled and gained, to the love that rode, then drifted away. As the dust settles deep and the night claims its reign, that empty bed calls my name, calls my name.
In the shade of an old oak tree, where the wildflowers used to smile at me, we carved our names, young and free, on that bark where no one else could see. The sun dipped low through leaves that spilled on a dusty road to a dream we'd build. Your scarf it danced on the southern breeze, while we swore our love beneath the whispering leaves. But now the oak tree stands so still in the silent grasp of the cold hills will. Your scarf's gone with the winds that chill, and I'm just a shadow, lonesome and still. Years rolled by like thundering trains. Love's sweet summer turned to autumn rains. That old porch swing, it sways alone, singing creaks in a tune of its own. The cabin's empty, the fire's died down, gravel roads lost beneath weeds overgrown, where once your laughter filled the air, now just echoes of despair. But still the oak tree stands so still, guarding old dreams that the night can't kill. Your scarf's lost in a past that chills, just a shadow, lonesome and still. Sometimes a heart can travel miles in the quiet look of a fading smile. But every sunset that paints the sky is just another goodbye. Yes, the oak tree stands profoundly still under heavens that time can't fill. Your scarf of memory faded and frail, and I'm forever a cowboy, lonesome but will ride these trails quiet and shrill, where the oak tree stood and stands still.
Out where the oak trees shadow the old gravel path, I found her scarf the color of a sunsets on a raft by the wagon wheel, where the cabins lay silent and stern. Our love was a wildfire, reckless, too wild to learn. Each creaking porch, each whispered wind held her laughter in the hollows of my heart, echoes of what I sought after. Oh, how the wagon wheel burned, smoke on the breeze, each flame a memory fading like her whispers through the trees. The dust kicks up where her boots left a mark, and I roam along with shadows stretching into the dark. The days turn cold as her warmth drifted away, leaving me with old saddles and skies turned to gray. We promised forever by the light of a wandering star. Now I'm tracing faded trails, chasing a whisper from afar. The rain falls on empty streets where we once danced, lost in the echoes of the future we never chanced. Oh, how the wagon wheel burns, smoke on the breeze, each flame a memory fading like her whispers through the trees. The dust kicks up where her boots left a mark, I roam alone with shadows stretching into the dark. Under the boughs of ancient oak, I lay my dream to rest, the scars of our past, deep as the canyon's crest. Learning to forgive the wind, for it whispers not her name. A lone heart wanders onward through the undying flame. Oh, how the wagon wheel burns, pyre of the past, each spark a piece of what's lost, too beautiful to last. The dust settles down where laughter filled the air. I'm a shadow in the twilight, bound to what's no longer there. Oh, how I roam with the wheel still burning bright, a cowboy lost in memories, singing to the night.
In the shadow of the mesa, where the cedar trees grow. Found a rusty locket in the dust, a memory aglow inside a faded picture. Your smile gentle and kind, beneath the old oak by the creek where our names were intertwined. Oh, my heart wears the weight of this rusty locket so fine. Every whisper of the wind sings your name with mine. In the silence of the starlit plains, I feel you still, but you're just a ghost in the breeze, a whispering thrill. Years have rolled like thunder through canyons deep and wide. The trail we walked is overgrown, the river's changed its tide. Your scarf still lies upon my saddle's faded red turned brown, and that porch where we once danced is just splinters falling down. Oh, my heart wears the weight of this rusty locket so fine. Every whisper of the wind sings your name with mine. Loneliness settles with the dust wherever I ride. You're a memory fading into the night, always by my side. Sometimes a breaking heart finds peace in the echoes of a song, and sometimes it's the quiet roads where old ghosts belong. I've learned that love is like the leaves that drift away in fall. What hurts the most is what you have to leave, not what you recall. Oh, my heart wears the weight of this rusty locket so fine. Every sunset spills your colors on this heart of mine. And if I'm destined to roam these lands, a shadow lost in flight, I'll carry you like a whispered prayer into the night. Just a cowboy with his memories, singing to the stars above, holding on to a rusty locket and the last traces of love.
In the shadow of an oak, under skies of white and blue, I carved our names, wild hearts untamed, in a town we once knew. With laughter in our echoes and dreams in our gaze, lies a rickety porch where we danced away those days. Oh, hollow heart carved in the bark of time's relentless sway, each passing breeze whispers your name as the stars fade into gray. Where did you go, my sunset glow, when the night refused to end? These empty trails and whispered tales keep you close, my lost friend. Now the porch swings, sways silent, with a creak that sounds like cries, and the dust on that old gravel road no longer hears our lies. The cabin by the river stands lonesome, stands so cold, just like my heart since your warmth chose to fold. Oh, hollow heart carved in the bark By the rusted gate I pause and wait, hoping winds might bring a scent of your sweet perfume, or the soft song we would sing. But silence weighs on my spurs and hat, just shadows in the rain. A cowboy lost in memories, riding through his pain. Oh, hollow heart, carved with each beat it parts from what it's meant to hold. These hills echo the sorrow of a tale too often told. Drifting like a tumbleweed where wild rivers bend, in every setting sun I see you, my lost friend. Forever you, my lost friend.
In the town of Broken Spur, under a bleeding sky, there stood an oak, its limbs like prayers stretching wide. That's where we carved our names, in the heart of the bark, where his shadow fell apart as day slipped into dark. All the winds, they whisper secrets through the rustling leaves. His scarf still smells like dust and dreams, woven with grief. Every sunset paints his face on the clouds, torn and stark, in the silence of the old porch, where his shadow fell apart. Years rolled like tumbleweeds past the empty cabin's call. Gravel roads hold echoes of his footsteps, that's all. The saddle sits untouched, the reins lay soft and slack. Memories fade like trails, they don't lead them back. Oh, the winds, they whisper secrets through the rustling leaves. His scarf still smells like dust and dreams, woven with grief. Every sunset paints his face on the clouds, torn and stark, in the silence of the old porch, where his shadow fell apart. Speaks in rhythms on the dusty window pane, telling tales of the cowboy who won't ride through again. In the heart of every storm, amidst the thunder's art, lies the shattered piece of a lonesome, wayward heart. So let the wind carry away the whispers through the rustling leaves. His scarf still tangled in my fingers with dust and shattered dreams. Each sunset a reminder of love's enduring mark on the silence of the old porch, where his shadow fell apart. In the whisper of the leaves, where his shadow fell apart. by the gnarled oak at Wilson's Bend, where the river kisses tired land. I see her scarf splash of red among the wildflowers where we once tread. Each whispered breeze a soft lament for whispered loves in shadow spent. Now the ghost haunts where laughter danced on empty trails in fleeting glances, under moonlit canvases, in the stillness of the plains. Her whispers mingle with the rain. The old porch swing creaks along its song, a tired melody of right and wrong. Time the thief came riding through, stole her smile as cold winds blew. Now the cabin's bare as bones, echoing the heart that moans. Ghost haunts where laughter danced on fading paths in silent chants, under starlit sadness where wild roses strain. Her laughter's caught in the wind's refrain. Dusty road with my saddle worn, I ride the edges of my heart torn, in the echoes of my hollow boots. Walks a love that's turned to roots. Still the ghost haunts where dreams once lived, in whispered echoes something's gotta give. Under sunsets painted where the old path wanes. Her memory's a melody in the dusk's remains. Past the hollow, by the weeping oak shade, there's a cabin of memories where our laughter still played. A scarf you left hanging sways gentle in breeze as the sunset paints shadows and my heart whispers please. Oh, the ghost bleeds in silence under skies vast and gray. Every whisper of wind seems to know what to say. This old heart rides the trails of what used to be. Lost love, a lone cowboy in dreams not set free. Gravel roads knew us, now they're dust laden and worn, like the saddle unused since the day you were gone. Rain taps on the old porch like the soft steps you made I'm here in the quiet where our past loves displayed. Yes, the ghost bleeds in silence under skies vast and gray. Every whisper of wind holds a word you might say. This old heart rides the trails of what used to be. Lost love, a lone cowboy in dreams not set free. By the creek where we met, the water's still clear, but it flows like my tears knowing you're not near. In the echo of hooves, in the rustle of leaves, I find solace knowing part of you never leaves. For the ghost bleeds in silence, and I ask every star, will this ache ever ease where your memories are? This old heart rides the trails, oh, eternally. Lost love, a lone cowboy, where you're part of me. In the whispers of night, on the breeze you still ride. Ghost bleeds, lone cowboy with love undenied. Out where the oak tree shadow old porch swings, I met you wild under that broad blue sky. Your laughter tangled in the jangle of my spurs, every dust-whipped trail seemed to sigh. We carved our names where the creek hugs the bend, our love as deep as roots in the thirsty ground. But even the strongest storm gets tied down. Now the winds whisper through the empty cabin's cracks, calling me to a home that's no longer mine. Rain taps like memories on the low dim roof, underneath the weight of what we left behind. Each sunset burns just to fade into night, lost in the places where your echoes are found. Heartache like the storm is tied down. The porch swing sways, a ghost in the silver rain. Our laughter's echo, a phantom pain. So sweet, gravel roads were the scars of my leaving. Every step away are past retreating in defeat. Saddle worn, a scar frayed at the edges, drifting like the clouds that your smile once crowned. Love's old trails grow over nature's rebound. The wind's colder now through the cracks in the dawn. Shadows stretch where you once lay beside me. Faint sense of sage and sorrow in the air mingle like the dance we danced so wildly. Each night falls a curtain on an empty stage, fading trails where our dreams were bound to loneliness, like the storm tied down. Sometimes I think I hear your call over the ridge, a whisper caught in the clatter of a distant town. But it's just the rustle of the oak leaves, or the shiver of the cold coming down. Where are you now in the twilight's gentle sigh? I search for solace where the old oak sprawls, grasping at the storm that's now just a breeze in the silence after the last thunder's call. The prairie vast under stars that watch and frown, love bound by time, a storm forever tied down. Quietly like a scene unset in the fading light, winds carry away what's left, just a whisper of you and I. Heartache like the storm forever tied down. Out where the wild oak whispers to the wind, I found old Locket, rusted thin, inside a curl of golden hair, haunted eyes, a sunlit stare. That lock of hair like prairie wheat, underneath the oak our secret meet. Oh, rusty Locket, you hold her smile locked away, lost in time for a while. Beneath these endless aching skies, every sunset her whisper replies. Heart worn, torn by wind and weather, rusty Locket, we're still together. Years roll like thunder across these plains, footprints faded by summer rains. Used to ride by her daddy's farm, now there's nothing but an old empty barn. The porch where we danced is worn but stands. I still feel the touch of her vanished hands. Oh, rusty Locket, you hold her smile locked away, lost in time for a while. Across these wild lands, her dust and dew, lone trails I follow, thinking of you. Heart worn, torn by wind and weather, rusty Locket, we're still together. Sometimes the night's so quiet it's profound, gravel roads whispering without a sound. Beneath the stars, I reckon what's lost, echoes of laughter, the unbearable cost. In every shadow, in each line I roam, I find pieces of you calling me home. Oh, rusty Locket, cradle her dreams in the folds of your metal. Our love still gleams, but the trails grow longer, as do the years. Memories fade, not the tears. Heart worn, torn by wind and weather, rusty Locket, bind us forever. In the silence of the dusk, with the last light I see, rusty Locket, part of you will always be with me.